Well, hi, everybody. Welcome back to the NAUI Dive Team Report. I'm your host, Greg Martin. I've often wondered about some of the different college programs that we've talked about over the years. And, I wish that there had been a college program where I went to college, but that was in the middle of Kansas. And I'm sure that there was probably not an awful lot of opportunities to go scuba diving then. We have Amy Upton on the phone with us to talk about a program. I think you're in Galveston?
Yes, sir. Galveston Island, Texas.
Are you going to sing the song for me?
No, you would not like that. People would turn off their thing.
And you're with Texas A&M at Galveston?
Yes, we're with Texas A&M University, and we are the Galveston campus.
All right, and your title is, you just told me, and I can't remember.
I'm an Instructional Associate Professor, and I work in our diving and kinesiology programs.
So you take kinesiology and you marry that with diving. How does those two things go together?
Well, it is a little bit separate, but a lot of our students are currently pursuing a diving minor, which we introduced in 2014. Diving classes have always been pretty popular here in Galveston, and we have a lot of marine biology students and marine fisheries students and maritime studies students who are interested in archaeology or the other degrees I mentioned earlier. MARB, marine biology and marine fisheries, is more related to coral reef ecology or turtle restoration. It could be a wide variety. But because of our location and our students' interests, our diving classes have always been really popular here. And then about 2 years ago in 2014, we kind of put them all together and created a diving minor. So.
Is that a NAUI program?
Yes. Yeah. We offer NAUI certifications in almost all of our classes. When they get up to advanced or rescue, typically the class that most of our students will take after that is scientific diving, which we do in accordance with AAUS. We've been really pleased with the flexibility that NAUI allows us, which is really useful and applicable with college students, just because we get students from lots of different backgrounds with lots of different strengths. And so that flexibility of the way that we teach them, the skills and the knowledge has been really helpful. I think our students appreciate it, and I know our instructors do as well.
About how many students go through the program every year?
We typically have enrolled about 220 students. If you take all of the levels of our classes, about 220 students a year. And
they all wind up going through the NAUI program?
In one fashion or another, yes. Yeah. So sometimes they come into us. A lot of our students are getting certified elsewhere in their high school years and then coming in and then starting at whatever level is appropriate for them. And then a lot of times we get students who have never snorkeled, never been diving, and they start with us. And so we work with kind of all of them. So
that's a lot of divers, though, to come out of a program, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, they definitely keep us busy. So the students there, we also, as kind of an aside, we have a really active diving club. So once the students are certified, they kind of continue to work as a student organization and organize their own trips and that kind of thing, and go out and do more diving in the area.
Do you feel like because they've gone through this program that perhaps they maintain their diving longer, or they might? I mean, it's only a 2-year-old program at this point.
Yeah, well, like I said, the classes have been around for a while, so it's kind of interesting because I'm actually a product of a lot of these same classes. It just wasn't organized into a minor back when I was finishing my undergrad. So it's interesting because I kind of keep up with a lot of our alumni, and we are a smaller campus. We're about 23 or 2,400 right now. So we have a really good kind of connection with a lot of the alumni and get to see them as they move on. So a lot of our students will go on to work in either with the federal government at NOAA or Texas Parks and Wildlife, or with aquariums and that kind of thing. So I think the fact that it becomes such a lifestyle in their college years definitely helps with increasing their comfort and making them, kind of miss it when they're out and kind of pursue it a little bit more than they may otherwise.
Talk a little bit about the you're at Galveston, so obviously you have a little bit of water close by.
Yeah.
Talk about some of the dive sites that some of these divers are learning in.
That's a great question. So most of the time when we have our brand new students, our open water students, we'll take them. Houston has about 3 area training lakes with various things, platforms and boats and submerged objects. So we usually start them there. And then by the time they're in our advanced class, advanced diving, we will typically try to take them up to Austin, which has Lake Travis, which is a much deeper freshwater body of water, or we'll take them over to Florida, which is a little bit of a drive, but they get out and kind of do some boat diving and that kind of thing. We recently acquired a new training vessel called the Trident. It's for research and training, and so we are hoping to then start incorporate that into our diving program as well. Because off of Galveston, there are several oil rigs, which make for beautiful diving, lots of fish and that kind of thing. And then once they're in their upper level diving classes, we like to take them out to the Flower Gardens, which is about 110 miles south of us. They can do that through, a private charter. Sometimes they'll do with Dive Club, or also we have a relationship with NOAA. And the Flower Garden Banks National Marine Sanctuary, which some of our divers can go off with them.
That'd be a wonderful place to get started at the Flower Garden.
Beautiful.
Absolutely. What brought you to diving?
To be honest, I just had a long background in swimming, and I just have always kind of been in love with being in the water. And then when I was a college freshman, I had the chance to do a try scuba at a summer camp that I was working at. And then it just literally snowballed from there. A couple years later, I found myself as a dive master, and then I was encouraged to go get my instructor. And then I came back after a couple years of working overseas and doing other things. I came back to A&M to start teaching in our diving program here.
Sounds like a wonderful program, and we're glad to see that it's all part of the NAUI umbrella.
Yeah, we're pretty pleased with it.
Thank you for your time today, and keep those divers diving, keep them learning. It's always a good thing to have people learning as much as they can, don't you think?
I do, and that's the cool thing. They learn so much more than just diving. They're learning leadership and responsibility and really great skills for their future.
All right. That's this episode of NAUI's Dive Team Report. Always support your kids, support your colleges. Until next time, Greg Martin saying, I'll see you underwater.